I wanted to do a video today about just getting things done and asking the question, what do you want to accomplish this week? So, this comes at the back of a couple of things that I've done in my life or in my career when it comes to being productive. And you know how everybody is so obsessed about being productive, about getting more things done, about doing things faster, about trying to increase your hourly rate or trying to get more work out of the door. And basically people are focused on a volume mindset. They have this volume mindset where they need to rush to their meetings, or they have to click as many buttons as possible, or they have to like slot as many things as they can, and they have this huge to-do list in front of them every single day, because they've got so many things to do. And yeah, I do have long to-do lists, but I want to talk about the backstory and how I actually got to the point that I am right now. So, like I just said, we had lots of to-do lists, had books and reams and tasks in Asana and lots of things to manage myself to try to figure out what needs to be done. The calendar was always full of stuff that needed to be done because clients were demanding on certain things, or employees or staff or contractors, or just people we work with in general are just demanding lots of different things. And I used to be like that for a long, long time. In fact, it's only recently that I made a change. And what I really wanted to change to was to not do everything myself, to not have to physically be involved with every single thing in the business, not be physically involved in every single meeting, not be physically involved with every single little nuance that needs to be done for every single client or every single person or every single whatever it is that you need to deliver on. And my external desire was, well, one, that I could have more time, right? Well, that actually is an internal desire, that I would just have more time for myself. But then the struggle that I used to have with that is, well, if everybody else is doing all the work for me, what am I going to do, right? This is a legitimate thing that business owners or entrepreneurs have, especially when you get started, is, well, what am I going to be doing if everybody else is doing the work? And so, the internal desire, internal struggle then is, oh, well, I'm not going to be needed in my business, or I'm not going to be wanted, or I'm not going to be, clients are not going to be happy with the fact that I'm not touching every single thing. And well, this was kind of the struggle. This was kind of the worry that I had. And I knew that there was an opportunity to, one, be more productive, two, to deliver more, three, make more money, and four, to actually get the work done better, so that the clients were actually happier than they were before they actually, when they were working with me directly. And so I had this kind of epiphany, this realization that, well, yes, there are better people out there that can do certain things that I can't do. Like I can do design, but I'm not a graphic designer really, and I kind of get by with just Canva and giving basic concepts. I've watched a couple of YouTube videos, and I've watched a lot of people sort of talk about design. I had calligraphy lessons when I was in school. Like I kind of have the nuances of what design means and how like what good design is, and what I like and what works on the internet in terms of advertising and ads and banners and thumbnails and all of those things. But I'm not a designer myself. And so there are designers out there who can do a better job and can probably get a better result for in place of what I was creating. And so that like was one epiphany. But there was still a struggle in the sense that, if clients are not paying enough money so that I can afford a good quality designer, or so that I could afford a good copywriter, or so that I could afford a good web developer, or whatever a tool maybe, then that poses an issue, right? So the plan that I had was to get to a point where I can increase my rates to a point where I can actually afford to hire people to get certain things done for me, for my clients, so that, well, one, it frees up my time, right? And then obviously, like I said, we're struggling in terms of like, well, how do I spend my time? And what I realize now is that, well, my time needs to be spent on marketing. needs to be focused on content. That's why I'm doing this video, right? It's got to be focused on we've got to focus on actually producing and bringing clients into the business so that we can afford to pay the salaries, pay the employees, pay for the tools, pay for the business, pay for the, all the things that comes with running a business. And so coming back to, what's the one thing that you're going to accomplish this week, this is what I'm basically doing, is looking at my week and I'm saying, okay, well, there's a couple things that I need to accomplish, right? One being publishing every day, but the one main goal for this week is to get a marketing funnel out the door, to get a lead magnet done, to get a sales page done, to get the videos done. Like, that's one big project that I want to have finished by the end of this week, or at least within the next few days. And for this week, then that goal would have been accomplished. And so that's the one thing that I'm basically spending all of my time. And I know it's only Monday, but I'm spending all my time on this week. Last week, I focused on actually putting together sort of the titles, getting the designs, getting the elements necessary so that this week I can focus on actually getting those things done. And when I say I'm building a funnel, I don't have to build the funnel myself because I have somebody to do that, but I need to create the creatives. I need to get the copywriting. I need to get the, what do I want the pages to look like? What do I want the pages to say? What videos need to be on the page? Putting it on the script, writing out all of those things, getting this content done so that I can have a good week, so that I can actually have a week where I feel like I've accomplished what I need to accomplish. And so that's only possible because I've built a team around me. It's only possible because I have people who can now start helping me with certain aspects of the business. And so for you, my question is, well, what are you doing? Or I guess the first question is, well, have you got policies, or have you got procedures, or have you got people in place to actually help you with your big thing, or to take things off your plate where you can focus on the big thing? And do you actually have a big thing that you can focus on in your business for this week? And of course, it's the 17th of November, 16th of November, wherever you are. And so for this week, it's coming towards the end of the year. There's Black Friday things that are going to be coming up in the next week or so. There's a whole slew of activity that's going to happen online, and that is already happening online. And so, it's one of those things where if you're not working on your business and you're working in your business, then you're probably missing out on a lot of opportunities that are out there because your head is not out of the water and you're not able to scope out to look at the landscape and see what's going on. So that's my video for today. That's my Facebook Live. If you like the video, hit the likes. If you want to follow the channel, follow the thing wherever you're watching. If you're watching on Facebook, then definitely follow my page. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate that. Leave a comment below and let me know what you thought of the video and what is your one thing that you're focusing on this week. Even if you're watching this in the future, comment and I'll definitely respond to you. And with that being said, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now.